Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's that boy Cage again for the second time today. But some shit just went down, right? Respawn Entertainment just dropped some shit on our motherfucking head. So, we got a new game out called Apex Legends, a free-to-play battle royale game is out today for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. How you like that shit, right? So, it is a game made by the Titanfall developers in the style of Titanfall as far as mechanically gameplay is concerned, set after the events of Titanfall 2. So the lore and everything here, even some of the characters in the game are definitely going to be recognizable for anybody who's played through Titanfall 2. Now, minute-to-minute gameplay actually seems like a mix between Overwatch and, as weird as it may sound, Blackout. Well, I guess it doesn't sound weird. If Overwatch decided to make a Blackout type game, a battle royale type game, that is basically what this is. That's what you get with this. But it is dope in all respects so far. I've played a few matches of it so far. There is a huge emphasis on teamwork. There's no option so far for solo or duo play. It is 3 people in a squad, and you do seem to have to be forced into working with 3 people. So make a few friends so that you can jump in and be able to chat with people that you know, or just make some new friends online. You know, talking with people ain't never killed nobody. But even if you don't want to talk, they have integrated some pretty useful features in that will kind of speak to the people that don't necessarily want to do voice chat. First off, you can ping objects, which sounds weird, but you can point to an object, and it's context sensitive. So if you see an enemy off in the distance, you can just mouse over that person, click on the ping button on PC. By default, I believe it's the center mouse button, and then that will put a marker on that person, and it'll tell everybody in your group that you saw a person, and that's exactly where they are. You can also do the same thing to suggest where you want to go. Hey, I saw some armor down here on the ground. Here's a health pack over here, level 3 armor. Also, context sensitive statements will automatically come out of characters' mouths as you play. So when you go into an area and the circle starts moving, they'll actually say, hey, the circle's moving, or hey, we're already in the circle, don't worry about it. Hey, enemies heard, if you can already hear gunshots next to you. So all of that's really cool to kind of help you still deal with teamwork without having to actually talk to one another. Also, the fact that the drop system is a bit different than other games. You have a main drop ship that flies over the island or the land where the game takes place. But in every round, you have one person that is picked to be the drop master. That person gets, full control over everyone's drops. Now, if left alone, the drop master will pick a spot on the map, he'll drop, and everyone drops at the same time, and you all kind of go down at the same time, synchronized in like a flying V formation. Now, you can press a button to opt out so that you can break off on your own, but by default, everyone will follow the leader. That way you don't have to worry about your team getting lost, or someone doesn't know how to fly correctly, or whatever. You can always get to where you want to go, and you can always stay grouped up if you want to stay grouped up that way. I found that it's really good to kind of stay with the person, and then as you get directly above the area where you want to be, break off real quick just so you can get into a different building so that you can get that loot going a little bit faster. Gameplay, gunfights feel really, really good so far. If you've played Titanfall, it feels about the same as that. There were a few little tweaks that I made, some like sensitivity and key mappings for the game, but overall, I love the way that the minute-to-minute gunplay work. I love the way abilities kind of tie in. And I guess I can get into the characters. There are different characters that you can pick in the game. That's kind of where my Overwatch comparison comes from. And they all have different abilities, different ultimates, the shit that you're pretty much used to at this point. Everybody's kind of doing it. But these folks do it more to the point of Overwatch giving you charismatic characters that you can kind of be interested in, and their skill set, their kit kind of fits directly into who they are. The main two people that I've been playing have been a soldier that basically runs with a smoke screen that she can shoot out, and she can summon an airdrop basically. So that's something that you can team up with someone else to kind of get an ambush in. There's also another character that can set up portals so that you can teleport directly behind your group, and you can take your whole party with you to set up an ambush that way. Another guy I've been running with can make the cloaks that you may be familiar with if you've played Titanfall. So he can send off a decoy, and then they can run after the decoy while you get into an advantageous position. Or you can use his ult, and it basically just makes an entire group of basically shadow clones, and you can run away cloaked so you can get away and move into a better position. And it's like that with each and every single person. But I have to reiterate, I really like the character designs here. This isn't a case like some other character shooters where you see a litany of people and you just really don't give two shits about them because they don't really look all that interesting. All of these characters look interesting. These look like characters that I would like to get to know. And that is the thing that's gonna really draw me in. I mean, lore aside, Overwatch does not have a story mode whatsoever. And before they started giving out snippets of story through the comic books and the little short videos and everything like that they have, people were interested in the characters purely based off of the characters and the banter that they had with one another. And this is a game that has the exact same thing. Also, same kind of comparison, the loot system. This is a free-to-play game. There are loot boxes. You can spend money on shit. But it's basically the same as Overwatch or well, really anything that you level up and you get a loot box. I say Overwatch just because they're kind of the ones that started it, but doing the same thing that all multiplayer games kind of do at this point. And it's structured the same way. There's a lot of customization, lots of skins for the guns as well as the people themselves, different poses that they can do, different lines that they can say. So there's a lot of ways that you can really make these people speak to you as an individual going out into the world to talk to them. There will be a season system, kind of like Fortnite, and it appears that they're going to be broken up into about 3-month blocks. So they already have everything planned out through December. So it does appear there's going to be 3 months during the season, and then there's going to be, I guess, a theme, and then there's going to be another theme. Again, same thing that you normally see in other games. So the back end is going to be really similar to other things that are out there, but the gameplay does make things a bit different. The gunplay is really tight. So as far as a comparison on the gunplay, I would have to say that it's really similar to Blackout. It's going to be really fast paced. It's going to be really tight. You're going to have really low time to kill. You're going to get ambushed. You're going to ambush people, but it feels really nice though. But you do have differences there. If someone dies in your group, if they get knocked and you can't get to them, that's fine. You can go ahead and finish out the fight. They're still knocked out over there. They're dead. They've been completely knocked out. You can't pick them up anymore. But what you can do is you can go to the item box that drops whenever they die, and you can basically pick up a record of that character. There are a bunch of resurrection stations all around the map. So if you can grab that item from the person who fell in your party and return them to a resurrection station, then at that point you can get an airdrop in with your partner back. So that actually works out pretty well. There's a certain level of stress involved because it does take time for the summoning to happen, or putting in coordinates, whatever the actual in-game words are for it. But there is a wait there where people can come and ambush you, and it would be a very viable strategy to knock one person. If they got away, wait at the resurrection station and wait for them to bring their friend back. Take everybody down. Also, there are no vehicles in the game. So that is going to be another big difference between some of these other ones, but you do have hot air balloons that float around the map. They're in multiple different spots with ropes hanging down. So it's definitely possible for you to take your team and you can run up to a hot air balloon. You can zip up the rope of the hot air balloon, and then you can basically redeploy and fly any place else that you want to go to on the map. So that's a really cool option as well. So I'm enjoying the game so far. I've only played about 5 or 6 games. I'm only level 4 at this point. I've gotten a couple of kills. I'm not doing awesome at it necessarily. I'm not doing horrible, but I am having fun, and that is the real important thing. I just kind of wanted to get out here. Anyone who sees this, download the game. It is on Origin or probably the main menu of your Xbox or PlayStation at this point. There is no cross-play at this particular moment, but I would recommend everybody kind of take the chance, download it, play it, see how you like it. This can be a really, really good one. I can see this one getting pretty big. So with that, signing out, you know what I'm saying, this is Dat Boy Cage. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all later.